These are the major seventh type chords on the 2, 3, 5, 6 string family, and these will be on E flat. So we'll begin with the E flat major seventh chord. The four basic ones first. This is E flat, B flat, G, and D. Okay, now the next inversion would be here, or up higher, of course. G and D, B flat, and E flat. Next inversion on a B flat would be B flat, E flat, D, and G. And then finally, with the seventh and the bass, that would be D, G, E flat, and B flat. Now, if we go to each one of them, we can voice exchange. So D's and E's exchange. So D, B flat, G, and E flat. Same here. D and E flat becomes G, E flat, B flat, and D. Here the same thing. This becomes B flat, D, E flat, and G. And then here, this becomes E flat, G, D, and B flat. Now if we move to each one and we start on the highest region, for instance here, we have E flat, C, B flat, and D. We can move the B flat to A. Okay, E flat, C, A, and D. E flat, C, A, and B flat. Now if we go back here, we can move the D to C. E flat, B flat, G, and C. Voice exchange for C and B flat, E flat, C, G, and B flat. Bringing back to the fifth here, and now moving this to the A, the top voice, E flat, B flat, G, and A. And of course those can collapse, E flat, A, G, and B flat, swapping out the A and the B flat anytime there's a major seventh type interval. Also here with this chord, E flat, B flat, G, and A can move to F and A, augment an 11th type sound. Now going back here, we can move to all fifths, E flat, B flat, F, and C, moving to D. So we have that sound, and again, moves back to the A. Now moving down further, we have E flat, B flat, G, or excuse me, F and G, the added ninth chord. And then staying with the mode, we can actually move that to F, and we're still within the mode and the scale. Now this A can move, so E flat, A, G, and D. Moving the G to F, E flat, A, F, and D, moving back to the C. So we have sort of an F7, but it acts as an E flat chord. E flat, A, F, and C. It could be F and B flat too. All right. Now the A can move to a G, so we can now move this way with chord E flat, G, F, and A. Put a B flat on top, a C on top, and a D. So E flat, G, F, A goes to a B flat, to a C, and a D. Will all give you E flat type chords. Back here. And now we can move to cluster voicings, so E flat and F. So we'll have seconds. So we have E flat, F, G, and A. Move the top voice to a B flat, E flat, F, G, and B flat, and then to a C. E flat, F, G, and C. That's the basics on the E flat. Now we can move to F with this particular arrangement. So we can F, B flat, G, and D to F, G, B flat, and E flat, sort of an 11th chord sound. works there. Now we have F, C, B flat, and D, going to E flat. Okay, also F, B flat, G, and A. And as we had done before, the 11th chord, F, C, G, and A. So that's a match. Going back here to the voicings that move up a bit, we can now move to 11th chords here. F, E flat, B flat, and C. We can move the inner voice. The E flat moves to D, and the C on that A string. So F, E flat, B flat, and C. F, D, B flat, and C. And then F, C, B flat, and D perhaps. Or back to this chord, back to this F, C, G, and A itself, so like an added ninth. Also, F, C, A, and B flat works nicely there. They all combine. Now moving to G, and this was the chord here, G, D, B flat, and E flat. And we said we could exchange. I'll do it here actually. G, D, B flat, and E flat. Exchange E flat to D, G, E flat, B flat, and D, and a C. So B flat replaced by C, G, E flat, C, and D, move to an F. So G, E flat, B flat, and F. And add a C inside, perhaps. Now with an A, can also reach back and get these voicings. A, D, B flat, and E flat. Move the top voice to a C. A, D, B flat, and C. So you can see how the voicings combine there. Now the A itself can be in the bass. A, E flat, B flat, and D. Move the top voice to an F. You get fifths with an A on the bottom. A, E flat, B flat, and F. Now we can move that, the B, to a B flat, E flat, C, and D. And we said we had these voicings. Now we can manipulate those. B flat, E flat, D, and F. And we'll move our way up by, in this case, starting with the lower notes. So we'll move to an F. Like an B flat add 9, but it's still a part of this family. So B flat, F, D, and E flat. And now we can move to here as well. B flat, E flat, C, and G. So sort of a C minor 7. Place an F up top. We still have that sound. Back to the major 7. Move the top voice to an A. B flat, E flat, D, and A. And again, the other voice, there's a B flat major 7. Now we move the A string voice up to G. B flat, G, E flat, and A. Moving the top voice to an F. So that would be B flat, G, E flat, and F. How all has the sound. We can even extend this chord, G, E flat, D, and F. Back, we can make this a C. So we can experiment with a C minor sound. C, E flat, D, and F. Put an F inside, C, F, D, and E flat. So we have those planed voicings. Back to the C minor sound. Put a G, C, G, D, and F go into an E flat or a C minor. Also, in this case, a C minor. If we have this, and we have sort of a stretch voicing, C, E flat, B flat, and D. It's like a C minor chord type voicing. Also, C, G, E flat, and F, like a C minor suspended voicing. Same here, C minor 7, C, G, and that would be an E flat and a B flat. Move the inner E flat to D, C, G, D, B flat. Move it to an F. So we still have this sort of sound. Now we have a D up top. So we had D, G, E flat, and B flat, and we saw that those could move, but we keep on D, D, G, F, and B flat. Of course, any B flat major can work there too. B flat, G, D, B flat, F, and C. Okay. You can hear how those voicings will work on that particular chord set. E flat, A, F, and G. Also related, E flat, G, D, and A, maybe to an F and A. So E flat, F, D, and A. Also 11th chord voicings. In this sense, E flat, F, F, G, E flat, and B flat, planed up to G, A, F, and C, and then collapsing back down. E flat, B flat, A, and D. Move the top voice to C. So these are all E flat type voicings. This is a B flat one, but it works in this sense. So this is A, B flat, C, and F, and it can also be done on the E flat. So D, E flat, F, and B flat. So some very, very beautiful chords. So all nice voicings. And the family also leads up to some very comfortable voicings, which we'll discuss later. The major 7th with a sharp 9. For instance, E flat, G, F sharp, and A. E flat, G, D, and F sharp. And of course, G and B flat in the bass, E flat, D, and F sharp. So all those types of chords will come into play a little later. Also the minor major 7 type, which we'll discuss with dominance. So E flat, F, D, and G flat. So there's an E flat minor major 9, but we'll look more at those later. So that will give you a basic broad overview of the major 7th type chords, 2, 3, 5, 6 string family on E flat.